7 months ago, I made my own Fnaf game. And as bad as it was, it somehow sits at the top of my channel. So, after a long time of pushing it off, I got to work. So to get started, I wrote down a plan on what I wanted the game to be about. I knew I wanted to bring back the old models, and I knew I wanted to make it free roam because those were the games I always had the most fun in. I also specifically put no lore. I don't like lore, if you couldn't tell. Alright, so first things first, we working on the... Now, for the map, I was choosing a house because the first game is mostly based off my house and how I get chased down by Uncle Lester every night. This is a true story. Now, I've never been too good at Blender. I've never touched the modeling aspect of it, which I'm pretty sure is what Blender's about. So when I tell you my brain was hurting, my brain hurty, okay? So after a good hour or two, I made a basic house. I was pretty proud of myself, you know? It looks pretty good. So then I added some textures and oh. It looks too big. So I gave up, mostly because the house is too small. Now, with my knowledge, I started to make my very own house. One that was bigger and more beautiful. After hours of learning how to make doorways and a basement, it was done. It wasn't great, but I was proud of it. I was proud of it. So I popped that big boy in Unreal, and for some reason I wasn't able to get in the house. So I kept trying, and it still didn't work. I looked up videos, and I didn't know what to do. So I just left it for the next day. But the next day was a big day. The Blender crap was terrible. So the Blender map I originally made did not work at all. So the next thing I had to do was rely on money, which a lot of people do. And I bought some assets from the Unreal store. Now with a hole in my wallet and a dream, I became building, and it was awesome. Everything looked high quality, it was fairly easy, and I could actually go inside it. Oh, why the fuck can I not go inside it? No, I fixed it. Alright, now the next couple of days, I've just been building the house. I tried making it look nice, you know, I was designing the rooms. I was like, oh my god, it's working! Later, I find out the house is too big. For this case, we're just gonna keep it that big. So after hours of decorating it and making it look pretty, I was kinda done. And kinda, I mean...
Can't make it, the shit's stuck. Out of my way, son!
They don't move! We have no code in our little guy, so he's as dumb as Frank. After using my smart brain, I got to work. And I definitely did not use a... Get the... Now, box coding always seemed really cool to me, and that's mostly the reason I got into Unreal. Now, for my boy Hunter, for those who don't know, he's making Claustrophobic Nights. It's an amazing game. You should definitely check it out. He's making his game in Unity. And when I tell you, I saw the code... I have experience with box coding. I used to use Scratch when I was little, because my school taught me that. Now look at me. So after a while trying to get the door open, I did it. And I even added sound effects. I know, I didn't even have to go that far. I know. Why did I make a pause menu? There was literally no point in me making a pause menu, but I made one. There's not even lights in the house yet. So, we can make a pause menu, and yes, it actually pauses the game. And yes, the buttons do work besides the main menu, because we don't got a main menu. So, it works, I guess. I made a pause menu. I got started on making lights around the house, and it was a 2-for-1. I even made a working light switch. I'm proud of myself. You know, we've been doing a lot of big stuff. Now, the only issue, though, is it seemed a little bright.
If you're coming right now, let me see it. Let me see it. Show me.
Now, right now, when we walk, it's dead silent. So what I wanted to do is, because we spawn outside, I wanted to walk on grass, and you hear grass noises, and when you walk on the wood inside, you hear wood noises. I tried doing that, so I didn't have any sound effects, and I could obviously use free ones, but I was like, no, I'm gonna burn another hole in my wallet, so we went to a real place, and we bought some, and we got some footsteps. But then, I did something stupid. I deleted something I wasn't supposed to, and I screwed up my project. Now, I was getting so many errors. I was getting stressed out because all this work was gonna go down the drain for nothing. I didn't know how to fix it for a couple of days. I was looking up stuff. I felt hopeless, and I wanted to give up. Then, one night, I joined a VC with Hunter and his friends. Within that group, there was my boy Martin, who I can't even begin to explain on how much he helped me with this project. I was down, crying on the ground, and he gave me a blanket, wiped my tears, and literally saved me like that one clip of Mercy. Turns out my boy Martin is very good at Unreal Engine. So he helped me fix my bug. Like it was easy for him. Like this has happened to him. He just fixed it like that. Now my game worked. And I still have no idea what he was telling me to do. But in the end, it worked out. Now for the fun stuff. Big boy Uncle Lester is coming back for not once, not twice, but a third time. Now for this, I quickly took my boy Wither Bonnie. I had to look back at my old videos to actually get the reference because I completely forgot what he looked like. And oh my god, why? I forgot this guy was all AI generated. And people say AI generates the new future with like the whole like Sephora, whatever it's called. Bro, this is what AI is made, and it's not that good. He was 2D in the original ones. Now we gotta make him 3D, which was gonna be fun because we got right back to blending. So the first thing I did was try to find this guy a little tiny arm because for some reason we have one. Anyway, we made it golden and it looked pretty good. Now it can wave at you. Now next, Hunter showed me how to make Lester's body skinny. Now for some reason, Uncle Lester, my old video, looks like he'd be a Kardashian. Like hourglass, what's going on with that? Why is his body so hot? Now we started to make the face, which does not look like Uncle Lester at all. Now, once we started finishing everything off, my goodness, this guy looked so realistic, I felt like I could touch him. Now I do have one issue though. My boy Uncle Lester can't move any of his new body parts. And that includes his tiny hand. So what we have to do is we have to rig it. And do I know how to rig it? Absolutely not. But I know some of you can. In that VC, we also got my boy Caleb. Big thanks for him for rigging everything. Me and Caleb both came in agreement with adding something very special. And I'm going back to the whole Kardashian thing. We gave this guy a goddamn bubble butt. And we put bones in it so we can make it jiggle. We will be able to hear this guy clapping from down the hall.
Anyone know someone who can help us?
Now we have to make this guy walking animations. If we didn't, then we would just have this. Now, like I've said before, I've never been good at Blender. I've probably said this like a lot of times. So I needed some help from the boys on how to animate it. It turned out as what I would expect. But my favorite part was animating the butt, bro. Work that shit, Lester. Hunter also wanted to show off and made a banger animation in like 10 minutes. But I actually let you guys vote in the Discord down below. Go down below. So I threw that in Unreal, coded it, and boom, he is alive. Now, he wasn't the smartest, like at all. Like this guy's dumb as bricks. I bet he couldn't even spell the word brick. Anytime he lost sight of me, he just started doing that scary thing I don't like. But hey, for my first AI, he was perfect the way he was. So we tried coding him to open doors, which took us a couple hours, and it did not work. He still will never know how to open a door, which we just kind of have to accept at this point. Now, because both of these games were based on an office, I wanted to tribute to that and add my own office. So first things first, we can't sit. We gotta make it, which we'll be doing a lot because our guy doesn't really know how to do much. So we gotta program them to sit. When we enter this collision box, a widget will appear that says E to interact, and boom, we'll be sitting. So after one YouTube tutorial, later we had ourselves a working chair. Now, one important thing in both of these games are cameras. How the hell are we supposed to know what's lurking around if we don't have cameras? We got to work. And honestly, it wasn't even that bad. Although the cameras are just kind of a tiny ball, they actually worked pretty good. Now we had ourselves an office. May not look like much, but you know, deep down it's about the personality that matters. And this office has a great one. Now, one thing that I was missing in my last game was a jump scare. I had zero idea on how to make one. All I remember was like some stupid stop motion crap where you had to like animate each frame. Like, bro, this ain't stick bots. I don't know how to do that. So we had to hop in the not complex software at all Blender and get to work on this dude's jump scare. Which turns out I have no footage of me doing, which happens a lot for some reason. But here is a little clip of what the jump scare kind of looks like. Just ignore that face on the bottom right. All right, just ignore it. All right, when you actually get jump scared, you don't see it, so it don't matter. Something very important about a jump scare is the actual sound effect. Now, where the hell are we gonna get a jump scare sound effect? I don't like copying, so we ain't getting a Fnaf one. We're gonna make our own. Now, of course, I don't have footage of it, but I was in a VC with Gobbler, and for some reason, he volunteered to do the jump scare. Gobbler, I need a jump scare sound effect.
Okay.
So we put that bad boy on a reel, connected the dots, and then boom, we had a jump scare. So quickly whipped up a little text so when you die, you know you're dead. So it's not just like black screen, you know you're dead. Which, I mean, it turned out pretty good. I mean, I didn't try that hard.
Hello.
Now, for the very last thing I did, which is the most important thing, which for some reason I did till now, point of the game. I didn't make the point of the... What are we supposed to do in this game? How do we win? How do we win? We need to do something to actually win this game. I wanted to do something basic, all right? I wanted to pick up a certain amount of objects, and then once you find out the objects, you win. So I just went with 10. 10 of what, though? Fetty. I found this guy on Sketchfab, which is like a free website where I get most of my models from. And this dude is perfect. He has no idea where he is or what's going on, but he is perfect. Look at his face. He's adorable. Now, after making a really crappy windscreen and an objective UI, it was almost done. He spin! Now, I remember actually seeing this, and I was actually amazed. I'm not even joking. Like, it just looked so good, and I was so proud of it. I even added another sound effect. I know, I'm doing too much. I know. So now, when you pick up 10 of them, you get the winning screen. Now, for the final product. I'm actually very happy on how this turned out. From starting off this journey with not even knowing how to make a house to having a functioning light system. I am very happy. It really goes to show you can accomplish anything no matter how many brain cells you have. Now, of course, this game is far from perfect. And I mean far from perfect. But I kind of like it. And I think I want this game to have a personality to it, you know? Now, this game was mostly just for fun. But yeah. This is what the game looks like. Of course, we still have a lot of stuff to add, like the old Chica. Now, depending on how many people enjoy this video, we're hoping for 10K likes, I will make a part 2. For anybody asking, is this game available? Absolutely not. This game is garbage. I wouldn't want to send this thing out in the world because it's just, I'm saving you guys, all right? Now, maybe one day. I hope to make another part 2 of this, depending on how you guys like it, but sorry for being gone for so long. I hope this was worth it.